All right. Good night, Roy. This is Sean Comansing here from Team Empathy, and this is our makeup showcase for being sorry, I'm still in the cold. This is our makeup showcase from being absent on Thursday. So let's just begin with the presentation. So this is our showcase for March 2023, Sprint 1. So a Sprint 5 goal and accomplishments, dialogue system from Alex, fundamental dialogue completed and is currently being expanded. My upgrade system has been fully completed and currently merging inventory and shop elements. We fixed, Jonathan fixed shadows, transitions, and added more elements to his playground scene. Working on blockout and polish for the first two zones. There's been a fundamental transition mechanic between scenes implemented and polished. And lastly, the quest system, shop, and inventory system implemented and currently been expanded upon by Giovanni. Our Sprint 6 goal slash to do list, continued progression on the quest system, continued work on dialogue and narrative elements, continued progress on the inventory system and UI, shop NPCs and their UI, implement audio and visual feedback for all currently implemented features, continue obtaining and creating necessary animations for characters and abilities, and lastly, an internal playtest and just polishing. MVP, minimum viable product as you know, our project timeline, our story points, so we calculate how quick work can be completed, and no sprint tasks and progress updates. You have myself, whereby I recorded two videos showcasing my fully working upgrade system with negativity currency, visual assets, sound assets, stat changes according to the upgrades. We have Giovanni Sierra, just make sure I didn't skip a page. First is inventory system. He implemented the inventory system that checks if full and allows the player to click to open a menu that displays use, examine, and a drop button. Item database. He created an item database using data objects that allows designers to create their own item types. Shop system. He created a shop system that works with the game currency and the inventory system. And lastly, the quest system, whereby he created a quest system that displays a journal menu that shows the quest list. Upon clicking the quest, they can open a different page that shows the quest information. And lastly, the quest database, whereby he created a quest database that allows designers to easily create their own quest data that enables objectives. As you can see by the pictures, you see the inventory system and the quest system currently being demonstrated. We have Soon, whereby he added sound and background music, implemented a new bridge, button and hover SFX in the UI. He added the music information like author slash copyright, etc., to avoid any plagiarism problems or copyright problems, and more interactions, more details, more detailed graphs for level as well. Dominic Zulo for narrative. Jonathan Martinez, as you know, he's responsible for the playground scene, playground level feedback integration. He did a new play area and terrain texturing, and lastly, terrain sculpting and texturing upon the final pass. See here, we have his updated walkthrough where he showcased all the progress that he has made. So Sarah Delgado, UI artist, currently from the last criticism that you gave about the UI not being consistent or looking like they belong in the same place. Currently, we took that constructive criticism and we're currently working on that by working on seeing what elements fit together and what design style that we decide to go with. Another QA, and that's the end of the presentation. Now to showcase the build, instead of running to the editor, we have exported the game to a build. Let's showcase that. So currently this is the build, new game, start a new game. So before I upload the sound of it. So before I start moving, I would like to preface that currently within the build we have some known bugs such as the animations are not working, as well as the dialogue system doesn't work as implemented. However, these are currently being worked on in the editor and shall be ready upon okay, as you can see the animations such as the moving animations are working. Let me go over to this side. Right. Running some little nav mesh issues. So currently we're on this side. Let me find an NPC right here. As you can see, currently our animations again are not working in build, but as a known bug, and we're currently working to fix it. As you can see, negativity still goes up upon interaction with an NPC. Eventually, once all their negativity has been transferred onto the player, negativity is gone. If I were to go to my upgrade system, I like to upgrade your tool. And whenever you purchase upgrades, you can see negativity current being used. So we have increase the tool capacity, which increases your maximum tool capacity. We have increased damage per second timer. So instead of I believe you take damage every 5 seconds, you can increase it so you can take damage every 6 seconds and so on. We have decreased damage taken per tool. So every time you get hit, you decrease the amount of damage that's being dealt. Decrease the shop prices by 2%, as well as decrease damage taken over 50 toll by 5. So whenever your toll is over 50, it will decrease the damage current being taken. So then we have the health, we have the negativity negativity upgrades, and then we have the player upgrades as well. So if I were to showcase that again right here, as you can see, this is supposed to be a quest MVC, but currently the dialogue is currently giving some issues in the build, and we're currently working on that. So let me showcase to you the scene transition. As you can see, we have this kind of portal effect that once you walk into it, have this nice animation, and now it'll be transported to Jonathan's level, as well as this, excuse me, as well as this works to forward and backward. So this goes to Jonathan's playground level, and we can also go back to Sun's farmland level, as you can see here. So now we're in Jonathan's playground level. As you can see, we took your criticism about the grass. So you can see it kind of flows more smoothly, as well as having different types of grass, different brushes, and such being used. As you can see, Jonathan has a beautifully designed playground level, a bunch of different um, structures here. As you can see, we have different types of grass, so it's not just flat. You have different types of grass, so it kind of gives the game more depth, as you can see. So this is pretty much just a showcase of Jonathan's love on the grass and such, as well as the shadows that you spoke about in the last showcase. But find a tree, you can see the shadows are not as dark as before, and you can see kind of letting some light through, so not just a black hard shadow. The last thing I like to showcase is Giovanni's inventory as well as his quest system. So if you would press J on your keyboard, that will open up the quest journal. So as you can see, the quest journal, this is where all your quests will reside. If you would press the first one, the loading quest, just as an example, welcome to the game sport. Dirk needs help to find SpongeBob. Talk to him. So this shows an example of how the quest would look. I press another one, locate the cook, and then you can press J to close that out. If you press I, that opens the player inventory. As you can see, this is where the player will have all of their inventory items. So that is 5. So you have a total of 15 item slots, as well as in my upgrade system, in the player upgrade system, you will be able to increase and have inventory expansion, as well as reclose zone, as well as when we have the shops being added into the next merger, you'll be able to decrease the shop prices through the upgrade system. So that is pretty much a showcase of everything that Team Empathy has done so far. The majority of the criticism were fixed. The shadows, the grass, currently working on the UI. Being transparent, we have those bugs with the animation, with the animation of not working in a build. However, they are working in an editor. This is a showcase of our progress update for Sprint 1, March 2023. I will will continue to work diligently to improve the game, add more elements, make changes, and polish the game to a point where we are satisfied we are satisfied with it, and all the functionality and everything that we would like to get implemented for the build and for the next sprint will be ready. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day or night.